The richest man's children came to pick up their new mother, riding a donkey. But the city mother had never ridden a donkey cart before. They finally reached the gate, but she gave it a gentle push, and it collapsed to the ground. The boy said he'd said the gate needed repairing, but his father was too busy. Looking at their impoverished home, the woman felt she was destined for much hardship. She had assumed her husband would be poor in this life, but she hadn't expected him to be this poor. It turns out that the woman is a reborn person. In her previous life, her younger sister, jealous of her better-off marriage, stabbed her on the day her company went public. Furious, the woman retaliated, killing both sisters. The next moment, the woman was reborn on the day of the marriage selection. The scheming woman snatched the Zhang family's marriage certificate. The woman then realized that her scheming sister had also been reborn. She then took the Zhou family's marriage certificate and expressed her willingness to marry into the Zhou family. At this point, the scheming woman still believed that marrying into the Zhang family would guarantee her wealth and prosperity. Little did she know that in her previous life, the Zhang family's son was a gambling addict and a loser. It was only through the woman's efforts that the company was successfully listed. Thus, the woman arrived alone in this remote village. Seeing two children driving a donkey, she realized they were her future husband's children. Thus, the scene at the beginning unfolded. Fortunately, the newlywed husband's two children were sensible and quickly arranged for the new mother to sit down. However, the broken chair nearly caused her to fall, startling the woman. The son quickly brought her a glass of water, but the broken glass made both of them feel awkward. The daughter noticed her shoes were dirty and reached for a rag to clean them. Unexpectedly, the broken chair suddenly broke apart, sending the woman plummeting to the ground. Now that was it. She'd meant to be kind to the new mother, but it backfired. Seeing her children's tearful faces, the woman stood up and reached for her suitcase to get a handkerchief, but the children mistakenly thought she was packing to leave. Seeing the two children's heartbroken expressions, the woman wiped their tears with her handkerchief, saying, "How could I bear to leave them when they've been so kind to me?" Just then, her husband, hearing the noise, walked in. The woman's eyes widened at the handsome young man. She hadn't expected her poor husband to be so handsome. The son then reminded his father to quickly get the flowers he'd prepared for his mother. The man finally realized what was happening, explaining that there were no flower shops near the fishing village, so he just made something up. The woman figured, even if it was just wildflowers by the roadside, she had to appear cheerful. She couldn't spoil the children's fun. However, when she took the cloth bag, she discovered it weighed at least 10 kilograms. She opened it and was stunned. Inside was a bouquet of golden roses. At first, the woman thought it must be fake. She bit it, then was shocked to discover it was genuine gold. The woman was immediately bewildered. The man, seeing this, assumed she didn't like it. The daughter then explained that her brother and father were both boys, and he didn't understand a girl's mindset. He then quickly took out the diamond-studded watch she'd prepared, worth millions, and placed it directly on her mother's wrist. The woman, bewildered, asked the man if he didn't make a living by fishing. What kind of fish could he sell to earn so much money? It wasn't until she saw the entire sea filled with the man's fish ponds, and that besides these men, he also owned businesses in foreign trade, hotels, tourism, and other industries, that the woman realized she wasn't marrying a poor fisherman, but the richest man in Zhangcheng.